I'm gonna get everybody started, I guess. Thanks for coming. We didn't know how many people were participating, and so we didn't know how big of a room we needed. But this is great because we have this nice little intimate setting, and hopefully you guys will get a chance to meet each other and network a little bit. My name is Jahan Fahimi. I'm over at UCSF, and Dennis and I are going to be sort of kicking off a little intro to the day. We can field any questions you might have, and if you guys have specific thoughts about things that you would like us to focus on throughout the day, we can address that right now as well. So this is our revised schedule for the day. As I mentioned, Dennis and I are sort of going to give you an intro to what advocacy is. We'll talk a little bit about expert testimony. We'll talk about social media, writing op-eds. We'll take a little bit of a break around 3, and then we'll do a session on talking to the media, and then advocating through professional societies, and then finally government and public health. As you can see, this group is like, I'm super excited to just be here and participating, because this is like, in terms of people who are leading advocacy in emergency medicine, and particularly around social determinants of health, I mean, this lineup is going to be really exciting. So we want to know who you guys are, and this is a nice, small enough group. I thought maybe it'd be worth, we could just quickly go around, give us your name, where you are in training or beyond, and where you're coming from. We can start over here. Got it.
I'm Michelle. I'm a new faculty in pediatric emergency medicine in Toronto.
Todd Berger. I'm the residency director in Austin, Texas.
Jessica Walsh-O'Sullivan. I'm graduating med school on Friday.
I'm Jenny Tsai. I'm a fourth-year medical student at Brown. I'm graduating May 26th, so not next week, but soon enough.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Megan Murphy. I'm a first-year resident at Maimonides in Brooklyn.
I'm Spencer Thiel. I'm also an intern at MIMA.
Sarah Kleinschmidt. I'm a second-year resident at Boston Medical Center.
Cooper March, second-year medical student, will not be graduating anytime soon, from Vanderbilt University.
I'm Ben McVeigh, and I'm a new faculty member at Mount Sinai Hospital.
Mark Doyle, PGY2 at Henry Ford in Detroit.
I'm Drew Barancott, third-year medical student at Stanford.
Heidi Roche, rising fourth year at University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
Hey, Aislinn Black, faculty at Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School in Newark.
Hey, I'm Shannon Moffitt, and I am also faculty at Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School in Newark, New Jersey.
All right, thank you guys. So, what is advocacy? I think it's, kind of a silly question. You guys are here. Hopefully you have a sense of what advocacy is and what it means to you. But I think it's interesting to think about it in terms of different levels of advocacy, or sort of different domains. I think we're all pretty well versed in how to be a good advocate for our patients at the bedside. When you feel like a patient can't go home and needs to be admitted to the hospital, and you advocate on behalf of that person. When they can't advocate for themselves, you speak for them. And I think that's something that we learn on the job, and we learn to be good at. But then, there's another level of how can you advocate within the system in which you work, within your department, within your hospital system, and then beyond that, local governments, state governments, national governments. And we're going to, obviously, we won't be talking about how to advocate at the bedside so much, but more at the hospital and health system, and at the local level, I think is what we'll be focusing most of our time and energy on. That being said, obviously you can see how writing a really good op-ed or talking to the media can, that can expand out far beyond your local government. And, we have people on the panel who are experienced in sort of getting a broad national reach for the advocacy that they do. So what is the sort of motivation to advocate? You know, what motivates you guys? I'm sort of curious. Like, what brought you here? Not what specifically do you want to advocate for, but why do you feel like it's an important thing to do? Yeah. So no one's actually, you felt like there wasn't a voice for patients at the. Yeah. 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 You were going to say. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Harrison always points out like that we are the canaries in the coal mine, and so we have like a front row seat to what's happening in our communities, and so being an advocate for those patients is really important. Anybody else have any specific thoughts? Yeah.
I think there's a lot of public health issues that it makes no sense to me why doctors aren't more outspoken.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting you say that because there's so many people who feel like we need to, stay in our lane. And so, yeah, so are there specific public health issues that you think that...
So our hospital, we had a measles outbreak.
Yeah.
Right now on a PEDS month, and just last week we had 2 cases. And so for each case, besides the aspect of like just needles, but it just creates this huge quagmire of paperwork.
Is there a microphone? Oh, thanks. Yeah, so, I mean, that's a perfect example of you witness something, you're doing the clinical work, you recognize a public health problem, and it's natural to want to kind of step beyond the walls of your hospital and advocate. And so, yeah, I think that's a great example. We genuinely care about the things that affect our patients' lives, and we want to sort of impact change beyond the bedside. So I'm going to hand it over to Dennis to kind of get a little bit more specific here.